At just 24 years old, meet the youngest member of the Rhode Island House of Representatives.
My name is David Morales, and I'm a Rhode Island State Representative for House District 7 in the city of Providence.
Age has never been much of a factor for Morales. He grew up in California, earned a bachelor's degree in just 2 years, then moved to Providence and became the youngest graduate in the history of Brown University's Public Affairs Master's Program. But what has been a factor in his life and what drew him to politics in high school was watching his single mother work hard to put food on the table.
My mom immigrated to California back in the mid-1980s and really worked relentless jobs between picking lettuce in the fields, working at convenience stores, gas stations, grocery stores, and at the end of it, just having to work a multitude of jobs in order to support myself and my older sister. As soon as I realized that the government has such an influence over the daily lives of working people, whether it's the wages they earn or the healthcare they have access to, I immediately got involved with different advocacy groups.
In 2019, David decided to run for the Rhode Island House against an incumbent, a fresh face who relentlessly knocked on doors preaching affordable housing and health care coverage. His grassroots campaign landed him a seat here, and more importantly, a voice.
I love being able to discuss policy. The decisions that we make here at the State House regarding new state laws in addition to budgetary investments has such an immediate impact on the day-to-day lives of working people.
So David, what is it that you like to do in your spare time?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll be right back. So when I'm not at the State House, I am the commissioner of the Renegade Wrestling Alliance and the reigning defending hype champion.
Please welcome Commissioner David Morales.
That's right, Representative Morales spends his days in a suit and tie and his nights in spandex. Complimentary skills required.
So which hits are worse, the ones at the State House or the ones in the ring?
Ooh, probably the ones in the wrestling ring, because those are the wounds that you feel on a day-to-day basis. When it comes to a political aspect, the cycle runs so frequently, we're already on to the next issue.
You're looking at your hype champion, and of course...
The reigning hype champ takes the cheers and mostly booze on this night, like the competitor that he is.
I put smiles on people's faces, they boo me, and of course I out-wrestle my opponent, so it works out for everyone.
But how does one go from here to here? Well, when you sign up to represent a community in public office, it means getting in the ring, figuratively and literally.
Back in 2021, when the Renegade Wrestling Alliance, a local independent wrestling promotion, was running a show at our local Little League park. When I got to the show, they asked me if I would feel comfortable taking a body slam from the world champion, who was the baddest of the bad guys.
And which you said what to?
Of course.
Morales, who grew up a wrestling fan, started training, something he says is essential to the sport.
Everything you see in the ring is real in terms of the pain that's inflicted, the coordination between the different bodies, everything flying all over the place. And I'll tell you right now, you will definitely feel it days after.
Picture proof, it's not easy. The appeal, he says, it's on the angles.
Wrestling is a beautiful work of art that encompasses athleticism, humor, and most importantly, storyline-driven drama that keeps you at the edge of your seat. Well, my character is all about being eccentric, a crazed and obnoxious maniac, like many of our politicians, who just has a craving for power.
Perhaps Morales, aka the Commissioner, is onto something.
You know, we'd probably settle a lot of debates in Congress if we all would just get in the ring and just work it out that way.
Exactly, and then we'd actually see things get done.
And you'll be happy to know that Representative Morales recently defended his Hype Champion title. The next Renegade Wrestling Alliance is later this month in September.
Yeah, he says that so far he hasn't been able to get any of the other elected officials into the ring, which I think is just proof that it's harder in the wrestling ring than it actually is in the political world, which is saying something these days.
All right, coming up, music as medicine.